Our favorite high cheekbone sister is back, is back to Los Angeles, city of Los Angeles. So let's see here. Of course, somebody is texting me about the unnecessaries. Um, so guys, I am here in Los Angeles. I am back. A lot of you guys know I came from Liberia not too long ago. And as always, I talk about all the positive things on my channel here and some of the developmental things that I would like to see in Liberia. So I'm back, guys. Thank you for watching my channel. Thanks to all of you guys who have been supporting. I'm in LA currently, and not that you really need to know that, but I can't believe I'm still shy. I'm a little shy since I got back. I've been up the gray a little bit. So my dad actually called me this morning. He was like, Emma, you're still in Liberia. And I said, Dad, I literally talked to you last week and I told you I was here. Okay. I've been in the US for almost like 2 months, almost. And my dad said, Emma, you had a video up a few days ago or 5 days ago, and it seems like you're still in Liberia because you're working in Marshall. And I said, Dad, this is the 21st century. You can do recording and then you can add it onto your current state of mind or whatever, and it'll be live, okay? So my dad was confused, as were many of you guys. I am not in Liberia. I am back to the US. I will be going back to Liberia soon. I live between Liberia and America, okay? It's like we have a love-hate relationship. But this video is not about my return to the US. This video is about what I really don't like about Liberia. I know people like negative stuff, but it's not. And my intent is not to just be negative all the way around. So anyway, what I didn't like about Liberia is believe we can heavily improve on. Okay, police. Okay, so I don't like how police people operate in Liberia. Okay, I know the excuses that come up when I talk about this topic is, well, Emma, corruption is everywhere, and this is how it's supposed to be. And I'm gonna start recording police officers in Africa. I swear, I'm gonna start recording them. Liberian police. I don't like Liberian police. Okay, and it's not like I like any other police, but I don't like Liberian police for many reasons. Liberian police pulled me over because they said you have a nice car. Tell me how this is not ridiculous. Tell me how this is not ridiculous, okay? How the hell you gonna tell me you pull me over only because I have a nice car? So the translation to this is nice car equal money. I don't have money, okay, people? And it's not right. So I don't like that. And then the other aspect of being pulled over is if they ask you for your documents, then for me, I like to abide by rules. And I think you can be an example by following what it is that you need to follow. In this case, the rules. I have my insurance in Liberia. I have my driver license in Liberia. I have my vehicle registration in Liberia. Look, I mean, I have all of these things. And those who are my drivers, they have all of these things. So when I'm being pulled over for these documents, and after I show police of Liberia my documents, you should accept and start asking me for cold water. I don't owe you cold water. At this point, I owe you hot water. Okay? I owe you hot water because you're not doing your job. Your job is to pull me over if I am not in compliance with whatever your system say you should look for. Okay, if you check my vehicle registration, my car tag, and it aligns and is valid and everything, don't pull me over. Okay, Liberian police, don't pull me over. Don't pull me over. And at this point, you don't deserve no cold water. You deserve actually steamy hot water in your. I don't want to say in your face, but there you go. So I don't like the aspect of the police and the excuses a lot of Liberians make is, these people are underpaid. That is not my business. As a business owner, if you go check at the business registry, I pay all my taxes. So if you're getting all of those things, you pull me over, you don't deserve mean you don't deserve my nice attitude at all because I have all my documents. I have everything that you need. I don't need to give you cold water. It's the Liberian police. I know y'all watch my channel. Some of y'all watch my channel. I don't like it. Stop pulling innocent people over, asking them for cold water money because you perceive them to have money, and also you think they are nice and they have they drive nice cars. How you gonna put me over because I have a nice car? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Don't do that to me next time. So that's what I don't like about Liberian police. Okay. The other aspect I really, really dislike about being in Liberia, you guys, is this whole thing of this too is Liberia. I'm like, oh, hello, we know where we are. We know this is Liberia, but don't be so fast to accept the bare minimum Liberian. This is very unacceptable. Oh, this too is Liberia, Emma. This behavior. Some is so foul. Like honestly, you have a nice car. Ridiculous. This too is Liberia, Emma, so people can do this and that. No, how do you expect change to take place if you're so complacent and okay with what is happening in your own face? You talk about people being so complacent and not looking for jobs, and then the next thing they tell you, this too is Liberia. Hmm? It's so mind-boggling when they go to that phrase. I dislike it so much, and I want to cringe every time. Every time. The other thing is, everybody want to see change in that country. Everybody tell you how they wish they could see changes taking place, and they're not leading by example. Whether you are in the diaspora or on the ground in Liberia, you can definitely make a change. And so going around and saying, I mean, I can't change. I can't change anything. That's how this country is going to be. It's like, then what's the point of you crying for change all the time if you think your little change cannot make such an impact? I believe we need to start speaking and setting examples. That's the only way we see change, and not just talking through your mouth. It's also making the differences that you want to see. You have to set example verbally and physically and within action. It's not being inactive and sitting around expecting change to occur. It will not happen. Okay. My other point is 65% of youth occupy Liberia's population. Okay. 65% of young people in Liberia, and yes, still people complain and come billionaires. They want to argue about millionaires and not really active and being proactive about jobs. Unacceptable. Okay. Unacceptable. Um, if you're so concerned about jobs and or lack thereof, be active. Call people and ask them, do you have jobs? Are you hiring? Go to places and look instead of just sitting and looking for someone to hand you $5. The thing is so disturbing. Imagine, I'm in Liberia. I met with over 6 individuals asking for a job. Okay, guess how many of those 6 people got the job right away? 4 out of 6. All it takes is for you to apply, call the person, or just network and say, look, do you know anyone looking for, do you know anyone hiring for X, Y, and Z? Look, if you're not even skilled, the moment you reached out is the initiative that also matters. That means you want to work. Okay, it's very important. But don't sit at a tea shop, sit on your little board, and then you say you're looking for a job or they don't have jobs in the country. Look at a county like Niba. Okay, Niba County, the people are so progressive. Okay, it's just unfortunate that I don't have any businesses in Nimba County, but honestly, I probably wouldn't have issues finding people to hire if I had stuff going on in Nimba County, because the moment you are over there, the people come up to you, oh, auntie, I'm not auntie, hi auntie, do you have job for me? I'm like, oh, poor you. I wish you were in Monrovia, you're in Montserrado, you're in Bone County or Bumming where I have business and stuff, and I could hire you, but I don't. it brings so much joy to me, when people in Nevada County are looking for job, and people who are the intellectuals in Monterey County are just sitting down arguing about somebody who makes millions and millions of dollars, soccer player in reference. So I really, really dislike that. Okay, I dislike that so much. How we can change this, it's always that this problem and there's a solution to this. Okay, I personally believe as business owners, we can improve our recruitment efforts. Okay, people are graduating all the time. Okay, as a business person, you can go to schools to recruit staff members, and especially those who are about to get out of high school or perhaps college. You can go and recruit there. How long does it take to email the president of a school to say, you know what, I would like to come on your campus to recruit, this is my company, and of course, please make sure your company is legit. Okay, don't be doing on the ground business over there. Make sure your company is legit. Go over there and recruit. The problem is you're not going to find seasoned employees, people who just automatically know what they're doing. You are not. Well, if you do, thank God for you. But you will also be needing to train these people to establish policies that are easy to understand. Okay, listen to me. Easy to understand and follow. The Bible app is reminding me that I need to read at 8 o'clock. Okay. You need to establish simple policies that these people that you will be hiring can follow, okay? And then you train, initial training, every 3 months training, every 6 months training, and this will help the labor force in our country. So when you identify a problem, you find a solution. For police people, my thing with them, I don't like them, okay? Because I think most of them can be foolish. If you have people in the police force, I have a lot of evidence to prove that most of them can be foolish. Okay, so I don't have no solution for them. I don't have no solution for them. When it comes to job creation, I have solutions, and that's exactly what I'm telling you on this channel today. So I don't like that. Okay, what else that really bugs that really bugs my nerves? Okay, so librarian people are in this habit of starting projects and not finishing. Okay, there's we tend to be so slow. Okay, you start a small little road project, and please don't come at me with your road project is not small. I'm in construction. I know when the road project is supposed to last. Okay, I know the elements and everything that comes along with it. Don't come at me when I'm telling you these things, because I know them. Okay, I live in this field, these different sectors. I'm in them, and I'm telling you because of my experience. Okay, so every single time you drive somewhere and you see a road like the Roberts International Airport Road, and it's the same project over and over and over, and I ask myself, what is the project timeline really? Because these people are moving like snow. I think snow is even faster. And then I ask myself, do we have the funding available for this? Because there are two factors that influence these things, okay? Funding, which means we come for a lot of things. Maybe you don't pay people, or you don't have the equipment, you don't have the manpower, and weather conditions, okay? If it's flooding and the weather is bad, a lot of water is on the road, obviously you cannot fix a road. My phone's about to be hot again. You cannot work appropriately on a road. So possibly that could be the reason why the road is a little stagnant as far as how early it can finish. But then I thought to myself, well, during the dry season time, this road was actually the same way. Okay, so then I lead me to one conclusion: there's no weather. You go figure the rest. People are so slow in that country. People are so slow. Solution: solution is do what it is that you're supposed to do. Okay, if you are to build a road within the given time frame, pay the people who are subcontractors and contractors on time, because if you don't, these people are going to leave the job. And that's why many of y'all see that road and you'll be like, oh, why are the people not working today? Well, because those people probably were not being paid. Okay? And materials are not being delivered on time. When you procure a contract, you need to define the scope of the contract. When you define the scope, you need to provide timeline of the project. And then within that, there are deliverables that need to be defined. And when they're defined, then you talk about money. Within those deliverables, in order for X, Y, and Z to be delivered, there's will be the fund allocated to it. And if you don't pay the funds, nobody's going to work for you. Okay? So these are some of the things that I observed. Okay? The other issue is, oh God, so many. Just so many. Instead of complaining, I propose solutions and I try my best. But it just is so frustrating, okay? Lack of accountability. I think I've said this over and over on this channel, and I'll continue to say it. People do not hold each other accountable. This, I think, is the foundation of all these problems. People are not accountable, and then it go back to the saying, this too is Liberia. You put people in place to do something and they're not doing it, you don't need to say this too is Liberia, because you sound stupid. You sound stupid to me. You need to hold that person who is to finish that work, who is to do whatever they need to do. You need to hold them accountable. And this is lacking heavily in our country. So instead of saying this too is Liberia, you need to reframe your mind to say, you know what? You, sir, you're not doing it right. But people are so scared. People are so like, ask the, you know what they say about ask. Yeah, you know what? You know the rest. Ask it. Okay. And a lot of that is happening, and is pushing our country a little more backward. It's like you're taking a step, and then you're going 10 steps backward. It's not right. It's not right. And some of us here can be on this channel preaching accountability, preaching development, preaching for people in the diaspora to make efforts, and then others just discourage you so much. Okay? We can't do that. We can't do that. People in the diaspora have feelings too. Okay? And we all want to go back and be proud and stand tall and say, yeah, that's where I'm from. And obviously, even if it's bad or good, we all are gonna say that's where we're from. But you wanna see that, yes, every year you wanna see some type of change. Some type of change, okay? And people need to be held accountable for everything that they do. With everything in life does have consequences. But if people are not be accountable for things that they're supposed to do, what becomes? Nothing. So, the list is long. Okay, the things that I really dislike. The list is long, and some people here might say, Emma, you're too positive on this channel. Now you're being negative. No, I'm not being negative. I'm just speaking the truth. The truth is, yes, the country does have problems, and the truth is, we all can add in and pay attention to make a difference. But then, in order for these differences to be made, we need to be truthful of some of the barriers. If you are, yes, if you are trying to get to a root cause analysis of why something happened, or you want to fix a problem, you need to get to the root of it. Okay, and in doing a root cause analysis, you can definitely come up with a solution. In this case, one of the issues that I have actually experienced, and in order to fix, would be for people to be held accountable for their actions. And if nobody's doing that, then I don't know where we're heading. Honestly, I really don't know where we're going to be heading. Okay, you can preach all day and say this person gonna do this, person gonna do this, person gonna do this. If there's no accountability and there's no law and being adhered to and all these things, it's worthless. It's worthless. And so We are still going to move. We move, but things need to be changed in that country in order for us to continue to move the way we want to move. It's not being negative, it's actually stating the truth. Okay, so these are some of the major things that I don't like. I didn't like. I don't think I'm gonna like it ever. I still believe there's room to improve. I still believe that in order for Liberia to be transformed, not changed, but transformed, we, you, diaspora, Liberia, wherever you are within the country, it will have to be you. We all must take the initiative to lead positive change. And it will have to start with all of us. Do I dislike what happened in Liberia? Yes, a lot of these things that are still there, but am I still very active there? Yes. Because at the end of the day, we must be the change that we want to see. You can preach about this and that, and you have absolutely no bearing in the country. You have not even gone to do any volunteer work. You have not even put a concrete in on the ground. It's like you are a spectator in your country, I would say. So that is my little preaching for today. So I know you guys like this video because some of you like this video because you think the title is a negative. The I'm just speaking what it is that happened to me when I was there. Some of the things that I observed that are not so positive. However, they can be changed in the positive trajectory. Okay, but the truth is the fact stands that these things must be worked on in order for all of us to improve the country that we would like to see. If you haven't been back home recently, the Roberts Free Highway, and I recently talked about this in one of the videos that I made. Um, the Roberts Free Highway is the next Syncor. Not that it's overly developed or whatever it is, but I would say it's the capital. Technically, it's the capital, and because the businesses are there, and of course, people value those businesses. And I believe that the Robert Free Highway becomes the next place. And if we don't act, we'll be spectators again. Just as Syncor has been occupied, we'll be spectator back on the Robert Free Highway, and businesses will also be owned by non-Liberians. And I don't think we want that. So we need to be more engaged in doing things back there. What else? This trip was very eventful. I went to Ghana. Like I said, diversifying my portfolio. But what I noticed about the Ghanaian market is, it's different now these days when it comes to real estate. The prices are comparable to the United States prices. When it comes to one bedrooms, two bedrooms, a whole house, and apartment is being rented for like $1,600, $1,600, $1,800, $2,000. I was like, ho, excuse me. But then I'm asking myself, but who are these people building these apartments? Who are the people leasing these apartments? It's a mixture of Europeans and Ghanaians. And I'm usually mostly interested in the Ghanaians' efforts because if you're coming from Europe to go to Ghana, you're just really investing. But if you are from there, you are want to invest in your country and also to make money and also to make an impact. And so my thing is, if people are doing it, what happened to us Liberians in the diaspora who are doing well? Or perhaps if you don't think you're doing well, to know how to do well and go back home and let us do something. Let us do something. So that's my encouragement to all of you. I know this video left from being negative. You guys love negative things. To just encouraging. That's what I'm always going to do on this channel. regardless, I'm gonna always try to encourage you guys to go home to see. I mean, don't you just feel so nice? Don't it feel so good when you go home? You have a driver. I mean, who doesn't like that? I don't even like to drive here. Okay. Um, you go home. You have your driver. You have your cook. You have someone who can do your hair. You have someone who can do your nails, and you just sit at your beach house. You drink your wine. You wake up in the morning. You wake up to the ocean breeze. I mean, who doesn't want that kind of life? I, if you don't want this kind of life, I don't know who you are, okay? But I like the fact that I can wake up in the morning. I can do exactly what I want to do. God gave me life at first, so I can decide. Hey, cook, I would like to eat this. Oh, driver, I want to go here. Oh, open the door. Let me get the breeze. I don't have to pay no mortgage. Who doesn't want that kind of life? There's a different debate when it comes to mortgage. You talk about taxes, but yeah, there's still taxes being collected in some way, form, some shape or form. Who doesn't want that kind of life? Who wants to sit in the U.S. and just work 9 to 5 for 7 years? I don't think so. I don't think so. You go home, you live like a king and a queen. Okay? You go home, live like a king and queen. I have an apartment in Ghana, okay? And let me tell you, I'm not Ghanaian. I am not Ghanaian by no means, okay? But I'll go over there, I'm still a queen. Look, I'm a queen in the US, period, yet. But I go home, like Africa is home. I just feel great. I go to Ghana, I'm not Ghanaian by, like I said. But when I go over there, I still have my gate person. I still have my cook. I still have my cleaner. I still have people that drive me everywhere. Look, who doesn't want to live this kind of life? I'm so curious. So you want to sit here and say, the Africa, I don't want to go there. This was it. Like, then you don't want a good life for yourself then. I'm sorry, you don't want a good life for yourself because obviously you can detect to your own time. You can detect to your own life if you just decide, you know what? Maybe I don't want to move to Africa full time, but I can build a decent house. When I mean decent, you can build a decent house, okay? You can wake up and decide what your schedule is per day. That's the kind of life you want, that freedom. You want to be able to wake up and make your own schedule and call your own shots. Who doesn't want that? Well, thank God. Like I knew at this stage in my life, this is where I was gonna be in my life. I told myself that at this age, I ain't gonna be working for nobody but myself. And God is good. I work for nobody but myself. I wake up in the morning. I thank God, thank you. I go for my exercise. I do my journal for the day, and then I fix my schedule. I get on the phone with my staff. I go to lunch with my friends. I'm in the car talking to you. There's no 9 to 5. I don't have no time for 9 to 5. If I ever wanted to go back to US job, I would be a GM, general manager. But you know what? I got no time. I got no time to work for anybody but myself. Is it easy? It's not easy. But with everything else, you gotta put in work. What this does allow me is flexibility. If I want to go travel tomorrow, I will be gone. I want to go to Ghana tomorrow, I'll be there. I want to go to Barbados tomorrow, I will be there. That's the life that I decided to give myself. Do not forget the husband. Many of you guys on the channel want to always know if I have a husband. Do you look at me and say, "Oh, this girl, she don't have a husband, or she have a husband"? Look at a good whole me and say, "Oh, I don't have a husband, or I have a husband." You decide. That is your own business. Nobody wants to be lonely on this earth, okay? If you're wondering, if you're wondering that nobody wants to be lonely on this earth, okay? I think we as human needs a sense of belonging. We need to belong, and whether it's with a partner or with by yourself, whatever, by yourself is not belong. We are built to be with. That's how we're built. So if you guys ask, you guys really crack me up. Y'all be wanting me to tell you things. My private life is actually very private, very very private. We move. Yes, and this channel is to talk about work, to talk about business. But yeah, you don't forget those things. You don't, because what is building generational wealth if you have no one to leave it to? Do you understand that? I think is very important, because when you're building wealth, you think about the next generation to follow, because we're all going to die. Death is one thing that is inevitable, and you build wealth, you do all of these things, and then you sit with your cats. I don't like cats. I don't want to sit with my dog. You know what I mean? You build all this wealth, and then you don't have anyone to share. It's actually sad. No, and no, 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 no. Don't want that life for myself. So yeah, you establish these things. You travel. That's my thing. I love to travel. I like to be gone. I'm a free spirit. I'm a free spirit. I like to be gone. And at the end of the day, I need to leave this with my kids. Yes, as people, definitely, definitely. It does take a collective effort to do so, for sure. Um, it does take a collective effort to 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 get things going, and I think that when we work together, it you see much better results than not. So it's something that I always encourage. And I'm grateful for our investment group, because the collective work that we are all doing, and obviously one of these days we're going to be able to share with you guys, and these are some of the things that I believe we Liberians should be mostly engaged in. Perhaps if you're not from Liberia, really looking to get in to this Liberia that we all speak of. So the collective effort does go a long, long way. But you guys crack me up with your marriage comment and your husband comment. So, let's see here. Live chat. Live chat. Okay. Yes, yes. I changed my mindset, and that's one by the grace of God. I can do this for a month. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna go home and live big. Yes, that is so true. That is so true. Um, I mean, I agree. I met a lot of young folks in Ghana specifically, because I do my layover, then I go to Liberia for an extended time, and then I go to Ghana for some time. And I met some young folks, and younger than me actually, and how they moved from Italy to Ghana, and these young folks they don't work for anyone, they work for themselves. But is it just a sense of waking up, right? Waking up and okay. Waking up and just having that that freedom to move about, and also that freedom to be creative is very important. A lot of us are so limited in our jobs, because we are so confined to this duty or these duties that we have to do, and then our day to day just is so ingrained in this job description. We don't even think outside the box. I mean, who wants to live like that? We can't keep living that. However, I will say, before some people got to where they are in terms of the freedom, financial freedom, or just being able to decide for themselves, some of them were probably in the same position. Some of us were in the same position, but it takes a lot of willpower to say, you know what, I'm gonna risk this, and then you take that risk, and you don't know what will happen, but that's it. Because you have that drive, you say, you know what, I have to keep pushing to get exactly where I need to get, and that's what Africa has to offer you. I keep saying this. Africa is like a green grass. Like it's a green grass. When you get on there, you decide you want to play frisbee, you want to play soccer, you want to run. it's so free. It's an open field. And then you decide what it is you can do there. You decide what it is that is available in Liberia. In this case, I keep saying it. It's just a it's a free, it's so free and so green. And you decide what it is you can do and how you can get on that train of building generational wealth, because it's there. It's there. The opportunities are just they're there. They're there. I just, up to this day, I can't believe that, you know I don't have to go and manage 500 people and stress myself out and have gray hair here like I used to be. Oh my God, I used to stress out all the time. And now I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, thank God for life. That's the only, that's the first thing I thank God for life for. Before I would get up and be like, oh my God, who is the doctor that's going to stress me out today? Like literally, who is the nurse that's going to stress me out today? Those are the things that I used to think about. But now I'm asking myself like, what is the next business venture? But it does take some time, and it does take a lot of perseverance, and it takes also the impact mentality, because at the end of the day here, when I go back to my country, Liberia, I know that big I'm making a big impact across the youth, because majority of my workforce consists of the youth, and of course 65% of the country's population consists of the youth. So whether it's construction, whether it's agriculture, whether it's transportation, whether it's real estate, at least I can say yes. People are being empowered because of this. People have jobs because of this. Let's see. Okay, it says maybe there could be a master class in how to acquire funds to start a business. Funds acquired by taking loans here in the United States. Oh, so recently, I don't know if you guys saw a post that I had on my channel. If you go to my community, I wrote a post that the World Bank was giving out money. I wrote a post that the World Bank was giving out money, and mainly for agriculture, the agriculture sector. You have to fill out a 14-page form. I know a lot of people they don't want to do the work. You got to put in the work. So the World Bank, I was introduced to somebody at the World Bank, and the person said, "Hey, you have a poultry farm, and I really like what you're doing, and I want you to empower more farmers." And I said, "Yeah, our goal is to not go over capacity, but also to stay within, and as we grow, we can empower more farmers." They were, they like that little conversation, and then I got to know about the grant. Okay, the grant is meant to increase the farm to a bigger capacity to one, inspire and empower more Liberian farmers to be able to farm by themselves. In addition to increase our profit margin, goes in business not to make profit impact. So we're solving two problems. And so these people are giving money because they want us to expand the farm, whether it's equipment, whether it's having electric water system where water can flow freely to the chickens, and advancing the technology on farm. They're willing to fund that, but you have to get in a cycle where people are talking money. Okay, we can't always be in a cycle where people are talking gossip or just gossip. You want to find yourself where you know, people talk to money. I'm sorry. Most of my friends know. We don't go to lunch just to laugh at each other. We go to lunch because we talk about how we can build wealth. And this is this is that. What did you learn? Da 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 da. And then we move on to the next thing. So in this case, loans loans are okay, but you should know how you'll pay that money back. If you get a loan, it shouldn't be for your personal Gucci bag or Louis Vuitton or brand. You just giving other people money, not yourself. You should be able to know how you will pay that money back in order for you to do so, you will think, okay, maybe I need to scale my business. I need to make this amount of money and to be able to pay these people back. Yeah, there are startup funds. Yeah, startup funds. They're starting from scratch. They're in Bond County. They're in Grand Bassa. They're in Nimba. They're in Bummy. Yeah, heavily in Bummy. Our farm is in Bummy. Uh, what else there are? They're in five to eight counties. I believe they're giving money. Okay, so people email me about this as well, and I was able to share with them, who they can contact, and if they have any agriculture project or perhaps any project they're looking to do, how much they need. They have to do a proposal. They have to submit a business plan. They have to submit a business plan, but first you have to do the proposal first. Okay, let's say I want $130,000, and then the proposal will outline what it is that you need, and behold, you get the grant. And you don't get the grant for yourself. Like I said, you don't go buy a Mercedes. You go and actually do the business. Okay, you actually go and do the business and empower people for the business, not to use for your personal satisfaction. So the get stuff like that. Honestly, some of the things that I started, I used my personal funds. I kind of just put my social life on hold a little bit, and I worked and worked and worked and saved money, and started some of them. And as I went on, and then I started to talk to some folks, that have been really effective in Liberia, and I started talking to them like, hey, how do I get money without it being a loan or interest? I don't want to pay interest, okay? So then they started talking about grants. I was like, okay, well, who are these people? How do I get to these people? One thing to the other, take people to lunch, okay? Be okay with paying for people lunch, okay? For information. Information is cheaper than lunch, okay? Information is more valuable than paying people lunch. Even if you spend $100 on somebody's lunch, that information could cost you over 50. It could get you over $50,000. $100 minus 50,000, 50,000, you take $100 from there, you know your profit. So be able to say, you know what, can I take you to lunch? Can I pick your brain? That's what I did a lot when I went to Liberia. And I got information about this grant, and you better believe this grant helpful and helpful and helpful. So you can take loans. The thing with taking loans in Africa, Liberia or Ghana, Rwanda, I name these places because I do businesses there. Rwanda, I do business there. Ghana, I do business there. Liberia, I do business there. So I always reference these three areas. The interest rate on these loans, very high. Why would I want to pay so much money for that? I don't find it sensible to take loan there, and so I don't take loan there. If you decide to take loan in the US, there are a couple of factors. Your individual credit must be good, and your business credit must also be good. And you need to ask yourself, am I taking this loan for my business? Am I going to sustain my business? How am I going to pay it back? And all of these things, you have to work it out. But if you want to start a business and you don't have funds, start small. I always say start small. Find means to get investors. Um, don't go take money that obviously you won't be able to profit from, or perhaps that's not going to work for you only because you want to take loan. And don't make the business to be formality. Where I'm saying formality, if you like, oh, maybe I like shoes, so now I'm going to open a shoe shop. No, 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 no. Don't make those kind of emotional decisions. Make decisions that in business you make profit, and also you will be empowering more people. That's just how I believe that people should go about starting businesses. Let's see. Hi, Zawadi. Hello, girl. Hello. Yes, I have a post in my community to talk about the bank, the money that the World Bank is giving. Actually, this year alone, the World Bank is giving out 743 plus million to Liberia. You go figure. A lot of that grants are involved. A lot of that is loan. So you can go and research it. If you reach out to me via email, I will give you the info. I give the information to a lot of people who contacted me about it. I'm not here to hold on to information. I'm here to give info for all of us to prosper. Let me just say now. So all right. So hello y'all. I get it. They just show me scared of something you're seeing. Please have some fun and enjoy it. You see, have serious interest. Okay. I want the grant. I'll check it out. All right. Send me an email. We'll chat more about it. I can if you're looking into the agriculture sector, I will put you in contact with Craig. He will send you the proposal to follow, and then you can complete your detailed business plan, and then provide that to him. Okay. We move. Okay. So if you're looking for house real estate grant, they have those. If you're for me, mainly I'm just more like agriculture because these people have these people are looking at food security. You know, food security is one of the issues that we're going to be facing down 2030. 2030, as the population increase, majority of youth, we are going to be hungry. And we don't have land space for food. So those who are in agriculture sectors will definitely benefit. And the World Bank do see the need for it because we are hungrier, we don't produce more food, and we are in a recession, and so we are going to be heading to that point where we still have food shortage now in Africa. Imagine 2030 where your population is going to increase. Tell me, you're going to be hungry. Hungry. So we have to really work hard in the agriculture sector. And that's why the World Bank is trying to give more funds for people looking to grow that sector to help with food security. We move. Oh, hi, Stefan, my friend. How are you? Okay, let's see. Do you remember the line? Okay, Grant, I'll check it out. Okay, just send me an email, okay, and I'll give you info for the grant. In Chicago and thinking of selling my home, looking to relocate to Ghana, Liberia, or the Gambia. Yeah, Gambia is good too. It have every like 2 million people. Let's see. Um, Liberia is up next. Thanks so much. You are welcome. Liberia is the future from what I'm seeing. It's very safe now. A lot of opportunities. Yes, the country has been stable for over 10 to 15 plus years now, I would say. Liberia has been relatively stable. Are there barriers to progress? Yes. And then I won't come out here and deceive anyone and say, oh, no, we don't have challenges. All over Africa, there are challenges. But then there are some areas where challenges are more than others. And so when you are going to Liberia, you need to think about it as first of all, you need to say it's not America. That's the first thing. You need to tell yourself Liberia is not America. So your American standards and what you perceive to be this and that will not be applicable. So when you train your mind to think that way, trust me, you can navigate better. Um, the trend is leaving a certain country. I don't like to compare as much, but it's just a fact. It's leaving and it's going to Sierra Leone and Liberia, where people are now looking to purchase properties, whether they're living there full time or not. They're looking to purchase because if one country become overly saturated, the next place an investor think about it is let me go to a place that is not highly penetrated. In this case, people are moving towards Sierra Leone, and people are going gradually towards Liberia. While you might have infrastructure challenges, some long-term investors who are very smart are like, you know what, yeah, the challenge may exist now, but what happens if I get in first? If I put my foot in first, what happens in 5 to 10 years? That's how you should start to think. Instead of thinking, well, there's no road here, well, there's no this, that. You need to be a visionary. You need to be a visionary. Things that may have happened 4 years ago is not the same. Nothing is forever stagnant. The only thing that is sure in our life is change. That is one thing that is very consistent. And so you need to have uh, a future mindset, like, yeah, there's a potential here. And that's why when people are trying to solve a problem, they're not solving problem for now, they are solving problem for later. You imagine when Jeff Bezos started Amazon, he wasn't thinking, oh my god, people are just gonna right now, or order things and put to the door. No, the concept started gradually, and now today You want to order something on Amazon, it just comes straight to your door. You have to think what could potentially happen if this happened, this could happen. So that's how you need to think. And those people that are living large in Liberia, they see these challenges every day, but guess what? They're living large. And people see them as, oh my God, these are many people are millionaires. Oh my God, these are many people got money here. Well, these people saw these challenges and they continue to see the challenges and they continue to come and continue to make the money and continue to live in beautiful homes. So you too should change your mindset and see it as, yes, I can build generational wealth. Okay? If I purchase a property, one thing I always tell you, regardless of where it is, a property value, land value does not depreciate. I always say that. Does not depreciate. It's not a car you get off the lot. And the moment you drive a little bit, the value decreases. It's not a land. The price will always increase. It's not going to calm down. So a person can tell you, say, oh, let's negotiate. My land is $5,000. Let's negotiate for $4,000. Do you really believe that land is $4,000? Yeah, right. So, these are things that we have to start thinking about. Ghana before, things were $600. Now, an apartment that was $600 in residential, airport residential, is $1,800. And do you know what my partner said? There's a fatty. Said, Emma, people already rented those apartments. You guys saw the video. I did a video on my channel, and I showed the nice apartments. The guy who owns this apartment, he's a Lebanese guy. He's actually one of the head of MTN, the phone company. And the Safari, I went to him and I said, I want one of these. He said, oh, Emma, come on. This is too much. How about we buy the property down the street and then you can buy one there? I thought he was being funny, but then I asked him how much it was. He said, Emma, this place right there, that 2-bedroom that you see right there, is 800,000 American dollars. Because at first I said 800,000 CDs, Ghanaian money. Actually, he said, nope, 800 US dollars. I thought he was losing his mind. I said, so you come to Ghana and you are charging 800 as if you live in Beverly Hills. He said, Emma, people already bought this property. And I thought he was lying until he showed me the papers. And yeah, members of the embassy already bought his properties, okay? 800, 800, 800, 800. He has 6 of them. So you do your math. Look, that's an area though. When I spoke to my friend Joanna's mom, the lady said 10 years ago, Emma, 10 years ago, we thought this place was the ghetto. Listen to this very carefully. We thought this place was the ghetto. The home value in that place is like 1 million each. 10 years ago. 10 years ago. This woman was offered to buy property that the lady said it was in the ghetto. In the ghetto. Mr. Fadi said, I just sacrificed and I bought some land over here. Look how much it is now. 2017. The Italian guy who I bought the property from. That land was so cheap. He decided to build 3-story. 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, 1-bedroom. You had a showroom. You guys saw my tiles. It's right under there. That's where the tiles is. That's where the showroom for the kitchen. All those things. That's what it said. But then upstairs we have the apartments and the terrace. You can put a restaurant up there. He has an Italian kitchen. Do you know how much it is now being sold for? $5 million. But at that time, everybody said that place was still what? In the ghetto. The thing is, you say, oh, Liberia is not Ghana. Liberia is not Ghana. That is a fact. Ghana, why, is also not Liberia. That is also a fact. So you see it as a very green land. But I will sit here today and tell you, say within the next 5 to 10 years, just keep this video for yourself. 5 to 10 years. Come back on here and tell me, say, the value of what something is now, it will be the same. Come back. Just come back. Forget inflation, because you guys will say, oh yeah, it's inflation, things right. Da, 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 da. Let's say you factor in inflation, if it will still be the same value. Factor in inflation, it just will not. Because you see, economists, they also look at trends. What's happening? A couple of years ago, people talk about the year of return. Ghana started to have more and more people come in. December last year, Liberia had about 5,000 Liberians go back home. That's a number that people have not seen in a long time. People went home not just only to celebrate. You guys heard people talking in the car the last time when I was driving. I put them on speaker for a reason so you guys could listen. 5,000 people went home. Let's say if 20% of those people were developing, that's a change right there. So let's say all those 5,000 people just didn't go home to develop. Let's say somebody went home for fun. But even if it's 5% that want to develop, that is a change. That is something that Liberia did not even have a year before. But even with the planes and not a lot of planes going over there, you still have 5,000 people. Now imagine if there were more air carriers, more people going in and flying in. Imagine that number could double. So when you're thinking development and investment, and you don't think now. I mean, Lebanese people like US dollars. Lebanese people like US dollars everywhere. There's a fatty lives in Houston, Texas. He has properties in Ghana. He's selling 800,000, sold it for 800,000 per piece. He's not. It's money. The man speaks money. His name is money because at the end of the day, he's an investor and he doesn't really care. All he cares about is, I'm gonna put beautiful properties down. I'm gonna get profits, $1 million profit. And down the street where we were driving, if you guys saw that video, there's a fact that already gotten the other property that he's gonna flip it. And he told me, Emma, this one is gonna be 1 million per piece. So whether Lebanese people like money or not, that's not my business. I'm just trying to do what they are doing to make money. And now the difference is I'm trying to make an impact and learn the ways of having sustainable businesses and making money. At the end of the day, these people leave this money with their kids, okay? Build wealth. And I don't care how and why they do what they do. Well, I should sort of care. But I'm just trying to think, okay, if these people can go over there, make all this money, I'm Liberian, I can go make all this money, and then I can make an impact to the country's development. What do I have to lose? I don't have to lose much. So that's my mindset. So when I talk to Mr. Fatty every now and then, he said, look, Emma, do you guys have a property in Ghana? Because a good friend of mine, she's a consultant, but she only mostly work with Europeans, people that come into Ghana to buy properties. And so they always ask her, hey, Juliana, do you guys have properties? And then Juliana obviously will show like, okay, this properties go for 50,000. This Mr. Fatty is like, that's nothing. And this guy would just put 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 for a little plot, but in a strategic area, a place where people think is the ghetto. And then later on you start realizing poverty is millions of dollars. That's because it's vision. You see vision and you see the trend. That's what I want you to think. As you go to Liberia, you see green, you see green, you see green. And you say, well, it can't be like this forever. That is what you need to start thinking of. We move. So what is it? I just said I can contact you. Services. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'll get to you in a little bit, please. Accra is overpriced. So the purchasing a property. When somebody said they want to purchase property, ask them, "Are you a Negro?" I'm not trying to be offensive because it's a law. There's a law in Liberian Constitution. If you are a non-Negro, you cannot buy land. Look, I'm only stating the law, okay? I'm not going to try to be prejudiced. I'm not trying nothing. I'm only stating the law. So if you want to buy a piece of property, give me more information. But you can send me an email at Zawadi, Zawadi, zawadiem21@gmail.com. Hey, this is in the law, non-Negro. Okay, if you're black, if you are a black person, you can buy land in Liberia. This. I'm just letting you know what the law says. I didn't say that. Do I make the law? I don't think so. So yes, whoever is trolling on my thing here, I don't have time for you. But let's see. Accra is overpriced. Everybody knows that. Well, yes, the thing. Yes, the thing. When it comes to land ownership, non-Negroes cannot own land directly. Down, Bravo. I got that. That's good to know. You can definitely send me an email. Cracking me up here. You can definitely send me an email at zawadiem21 whoever said Ghana is overpriced, Accra is overpriced. But then you see places like Pram Pram, you know, a Pram Pram like we used to go to Pram Pram. Pram Pram was all bush, it's like a lot of trees. Nobody care about Pram Pram. But you go now to Pram Pram, it's like 300,000 for homes. 400,000. It's crazy. It's crazy. Um, the same with recently I purchased some properties in Takoradi, and I was telling the lady why I bought it there. She was like, "Oh, auntie, it's foul." I said, "Oh, I'm buying this land in Takoradi because in the next 3 years there's an oil company that's coming to Takoradi." And she said, "Oh, that is true. That's a good idea." So the thing is, I don't care how far anything is. I don't care how undeveloped anything is. If I see a vision, I'm gonna go for it. That's just how it is. And so the same is very applicable to our country, Liberia, and I see that the opportunities are just there, and we should take advantage of them. Why we have it now, and why you can take advantage of it. Some people understand I'm trying to be funny, but we still move. Lawrence, it's okay. You can just email me. It's okay. Um, okay, so yeah, so I mean, I think that's pretty much all I have to add to this discussion. What else? I don't know unless you guys have questions. I don't think there's anything else, but to always encourage you to go home and put in your effort, put in your best effort to help with the development that our country so deeply need at this time and going forward. It's such a great place, man. It's such a great place. It's also such a great place that has so much potential. Volta region, yeah, Volta region is another place. Water properties along that end. The the Volta River. You can definitely go there. Yeah, yeah. Farming opportunities all over Africa, Liberia specifically. Again, like I said, 2030 we're gonna increase in population heavily across the youth, and we need to eat. We need to eat. We need a lot of farming, a lot of farmers, a lot of food production need to be taking place. Um, Food production is a key factor, and there's support for that. Um, all right, I think yeah, definitely. I look forward to your email for sure, for sure. I look forward to talking to you and seeing how we can go about whatever it is you would like to work on. Um, what else? What else? I'll be going back to you anyway. LIB. Uh, there's a lot needs to be done there, and I think a lot of you guys can contribute to it anyway. I trust. a lot of you can contribute to it. Any questions? I think I have talked a lot here today. So if you have any question, let me know. So I'm about to go. I have a lunch meeting. Actually, my friend in LA wants to flip properties. In Los Angeles, to flip a property here, God have mercy on our soul. But this is one of the meetings I have to attend. Like I told you guys, my friends are always talking money. So we eat, we laugh, now get to business. This girl, this my friend, her company is worth $1.2 million. So she wants to flip. She wants to flip properties. She wants to flip properties, my people. So we're going to have a good dinner. It's actually 5:30 we're meeting. So it's like still afternoon time. So yeah, so anyway, if you don't have any questions to ask here or to talk about, then I think I'm gonna leave this live and take a nap. Do you have any questions before I leave? I said, oh, they cannot answer my question. They cannot answer my question. How I know if a company work? How do I know if a company work 1.2? I didn't say 1.1. Please don't misquote me. I said 1.2 million dollars. I can say dollars. How I know that? Because obviously I know her valuation. I know what it is that she owns. I know when it was valuated. And I don't have to specifically give you all the details about it. But if you're into tech, you would know that if you penetrate better and well, that is a lucrative business. And I'm talking about tech, okay? And I don't need to go in details with that. And also, you have to understand, this is Los Angeles. It consists of entertainment. There are a couple of different things that you can do. You don't have to be in TV. You don't have to be on the screen, but you can also open up a recruiting service. And honestly, yeah, it's a big it's a sizable business worth $1.2 million. I don't have to tell you what it is. Anyway, so no, I never said 1.1. Don't misquote me, please. Um, oh, what the meeting about? She wants to flip properties. Like I said, every day she wants to flip some type of property. She wants to get into that. Mainly condos. Uh, nah, she don't value herself. Yeah, they are definitely gentrifying everywhere, especially like the Inglewood area, right? Like, literally that place was perceived as the ghetto, right? And then you see that whole place has been gentrified and the home prices just skyrocketed crazy. Another place in LA here that I see has a huge potential if it's a gentrified area, that's East LA. It's another area, but some of where we are looking at is more north. She bought a couple of condos recently as well, and so I can see what I can see, but it needs to make sense to me though. It needs to make sense to me, and I need to understand initial investment. There are a couple of things that need to make sense, and she has been trying to convince me for some time. So now that she got the right portfolio and my time, I will go and sit and see if it makes sense. We move. Let's see. LA is cool. Like I said, I need to go and make sense. So Joa, I guess have you been? You live in LA or? Let's see. Yeah. So I mean, I look. This will be my second meeting. I had one meeting to my other friend, uh, doing her own thing out here too, with vegan restaurants. So I'm not a vegan, but she got her own vegan restaurants going on. And she just two. She got two of them, and so that's not an area of interest. But anyway, money is money. I visited, but I heard things are getting more. Things are more expensive. Things are crazy. Things are crazy. Oh, my friend bought a house in Pasadena, California for over 600,000. This is 2 years ago. 2 years ago, that house is worth 1.6 million. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. LA is very crazy. LA County is very crazy. Alright, nah, librarians are not taking over LA. They don't have librarians in LA like that. When I talk about friends, all my friends are not Liberians like that. So don't think Liberians are not taking over LA. There are some Liberians here who are doing well for themselves. Actually, my one friend who is in LA, she's a lawyer and she got her own thing going on too. But anyway, we still move. You visited, but I heard, yeah, the place is it's not cheap for sure. The place is not cheap, but as I always say, I tell people, LA here, they sell you weather, they sell you entertainment, and they sell you traffic. Most people decide the two are better than the traffic, so they buy the two and then forget the traffic. And yeah, but the value of a home, that the couple of areas, man, going to Long Beach side, before Long Beach, a part of Long Beach became gentrified, those places were like cheap. Like, man, that's what I say. When you have vision for something, you go in early, you relax, and then it will start to work for you, man. Some of these places where it's dirt cheap. When I mean dirt cheap, houses like 230,000. During those days, those were the best time to buy. But then people say, "Oh, the place is ghetto. The place is this and that, this and that." But then you go to Long Beach now, and you see the value for those homes. You're like, "Shoot, I wish I got into it." But so is life. You don't get into it early, you shall know. It's almost like a stock market. You take a risk, you gamble, and all this stuff. You buy a stock that perhaps is low at first, and then you see it and they're worth like something like $500 or $800 per share, or thousands and thousands of dollars per share. Bitcoin, you guys know, so forth and so forth. I mean, LA is too late for normal people. I don't know. Yeah, normal people, because the same people are leaving from here, going to like a state like Oregon, and just paying cash. And if a house is like $500,000, people are leaving LA here and just like giving cash, and they're buying it because obviously their home value has increased heavily here in LA, and now they can go to other places and buy half, and then in a few years they go to millions of dollars. I mean, those are what smart investors will go about doing. But then there are places outside of LA that the value now is still good, but again, as you see the trend, the prices will go up. We move. Let's see. Hello, peace family. Let's see. Yes, getting in early is great. A lot of people rather it be built first, like in the case of Liberia. I completely agree. Everybody wants to see sparkling clean places before they start to say, you know what, how much is this? And then now when they tell you, oh my god, a piece of plot now is 30,000, like, oh shoot, really? Well, unfortunately, that is just that. You didn't get in early. You took your time. You probably didn't see any value to it. But don't come back later and say, oh my god, I wish I knew. The thing in life is you don't want to regret. That's the thing. You don't want to sit back and say, I wish I knew, you know. It's like, yeah, you can look back and say, yeah, I tried that thing, it didn't work out, versus regretting that, oh my goodness, I didn't try. Oh, who knows, you know. It's being regretful is not good. It's not good at all. So, Liberia is an open market. Liberia is an open market. Liberia is an open market. Tourism is another sector in that country that is still open. Nothing really is being done, I mean, on the line of tourism. Really. So anyway, um, hello Patrick. I hope you guys are good. Thanks for tuning in. I'm well. I'm well. I'm blessed. Well and blessed. Uh, yep. 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 Anyway, so what time is it? 4 o'clock. 4:42 here in the great city of Los Angeles. We're gonna be going for dinner soon and talking money, 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 money. Taxes are high everywhere, man. If you think about it, taxes are high everywhere. There's property taxes. You go to a place like Vancouver, property you don't pay property tax, but then your sales tax is like, oh shoot. And then income tax is also huge there. I mean, it's like the thing here with this country is taxes are inevitable, death is inevitable across everywhere. Death is inevitable, but then you have your taxes. Then you have your big banks that will always look over your shoulders. Then you have insurance. These are the three things in this country that how are you going to avoid them? Like, how are you going to really avoid them? So I mean, anyway, we move. Thanks all the info for being an advocate for Liberia. Thank you so much for also tuning in and being positive. That's a sister. You told me to come in to buy those 4 acres. Yes, Stefan. Oh my goodness, Stefan. I'm so proud of you always, man. You bought those 4 acres, and now every day people ask me, do you have beach land? Well, when I was telling you about the beach land, you never care for it. Stefan, don't buy everything up. Stefan, don't buy everything. If you want to buy it from the guy, you definitely yeah, you definitely would need to buy it double or triple the price you bought it for. Stefan, some folks are looking for beach land, man. Stay safe. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, Stefan. Honestly, people always email me though, like Stefan. I always say, "Do you have beach land?" I said, "Well, Stefan's selling his beach land." So Stefan is selling his beach land, guys. You guys, just make sure he's gonna triple them prices, okay, for his beachfront properties. So anyway, yeah. Um, anyway, thank you guys for watching and acting. This is my first time on live since I returned to the U.S. from Africa. Always a pleasure and nice to chat with all of you and to get back from the motherland. Oh, I miss it so much. I miss it so much. Uh, no, I'm saying the guy literally he's not selling his land, but if you wanted to buy the land, he's gonna double and triple, quadruple the price, and you would not like it. But yeah, Stefan is a very aggressive investor. The guy sees opportunities and he goes for it. I think that's just the spirit. That's the spirit. When it comes to investments, you gotta be aggressive. Some of us will regret. Like I tell you, that's why I said don't live in regret. Don't be like me. Don't be regret. Don't be regretting things. Cause man, when Ghana was, I lived in Ghana until 2006. I lived in Ghana until 2006, and then before then I used to go back, and these opportunities were being presented to me. I didn't take them. I didn't take them because I really didn't see vision then. But now, I'll tell you for a fact, I would not let this happen with me to Liberia. I cannot. Not even my wildest dream, I would not. So we gotta keep pushing. Okay, okay. Diamond hands on Liberia. Then like, we move. Yeah, exactly. You can't go wrong with oceanfront though. He doesn't want to sell it though, but I'm saying if you ever wanted to buy it, he's gonna quadruple the price, and I doubt he wants to sell it. He's right here. He can tell you. I'll doubt it. I doubt it. He wants to sell it. Um, so there's so many people who've been inquiring about it though. So let's see. Don't mind Dijon. He's a troll. He's trolling. It's girl. Yeah, this person is trolling. So who really cares? Uh, Stefan, the person wants to own your beach now, yo. We don't want to own the beach now, my people. Yeah, cabo, yeah, cabo. The world will have the beach now, my people, my people, my people. So yes, 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 yes. What else? What else? What else? What else? West Africa is popping though. West Africa is popping. Um, they're having the Chanel show in Senegal, where myself is trying to do something there with a few partners, of course. It's another place that's actually booming. I don't know if you guys read like news on other countries or just like what's happening in West Africa. West Africa is booming, man. It's booming like crazy. Let's see. Long time have you been? Hi, Justina. I have been here. I came from Africa in June, early part of June, and I just been MIA, working on some things, behind the scenes and giving you a break from me because I'm always on this channel yapping, 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 yapping. Let's see. Uh, no, you kept talking about Stefan's vision, so that's what I call him now. Yeah. Oh yeah, Stefan is definitely on here, and he got sold, and he bought those 4 acres and every. Yeah, so I mean, the African continent, man, it's a place to explore. So it's a place to explore. A lot is going on. I just got to know about that when I try to talk about Senegal, and some folks were really trying to encourage me to go over there and kind of assess some things. But the continent, man, it's growing. It's really growing, and other people are seeing the potential across. Uh, Yes, yes, yes. The community land. Yeah, people. Some people have been asking me now, like, "Oh, Emma, I went over there to take a look. I see you guys about to work on the road and other stuff. Work on the road." And I'm like, "Yeah, sit on that. We're gonna wait for you. We're gonna wait for you, okay? We'll wait for you." You think we're making development lazy? We're making development busy. So y'all better get in on it. You're gonna sit back and regret like I regret about Ghana today. So I believe like you just see how best you can get on the train of wealth, man, building wealth, and also helping the country to develop. Let's see. Okay, welcome back. Thank you so much for the welcome. I am back, but I'll be going back to Africa very soon anyway. I know. I don't sit, but LIB is the home, man. It's the home. It's my home, and I feel so much at peace. I have my family. The majority of my family are in the U.S. though, um, but LIB is home. Definitely, is home. It's home. I'm telling ya, build wealth, build wealth. What else? What y'all want to talk about on this channel? Cause when it's time for me to go for my appointment and talk about my money making moves, I will definitely be leaving this channel soon. Um, so yeah, what else y'all want to know? What else y'all want to talk about in Liberia? Recreation. That is another thing. Oh my goodness gracious. No, I think Deshaun was trolling earlier. I think he was having some type of exchange with somebody um, that was in this chat earlier. If you have a chance, yes, of course, you can please email me at Zawadi21 at gmail.com. Let's see. Definitely expressing me to more how things work. So thank you very much. Of course, Patrick, you are so welcome. You're definitely welcome. Let's see. Yeah, of course. Yeah, there were some things that were said, and um, initially, when the guy was talking about Liberia, and he started to insert a lot of sarcasm and also other things. I mean, you can be sarcastic, but if you start to get out of line, it's not cool. Obviously, we don't all have to have the same opinions. Obviously, we have to think for ourselves. When we try to get off the road of mutual respect and mannerism, and that's where it becomes it's not a good thing. And so I try to filter down this channel here. There's a difference between saying, yeah, Liberia is not developed because X, Y, and Z reasons and blah blah blah, but then when your conversation starts to be more of an attacking and also spreading information that is false, then that's where it becomes more problematic for me anyway. So I just try to filter those things out on my channel here. Oh, thank you so much. I miss all of you guys. Yep. Recreation is another thing. When I saw the Invisible Park, I don't know if you guys saw the park, or have you guys heard of the park that was built? Yeah, the park that was built in Sincor area, around that town, around that Congo town and Sincor area, Invincible Park, making a killing. That initially that place was free. That place was free and crowded. When I say crowded, lines outside the gate, crowded. And these are the things that people are looking for. People are looking for places to go and just play basketball, soccer, volleyball, wherever it is, recreation. People just want to get out, and people are willing to pay. These are some of the developments that we also need to start thinking about, in that country. Imagine if you have one of those, on the Robert Street Highway, for example. You have one of those in Nimba County, a very progressive county, Nimba County. If you have one of those there, imagine what profit you'll be generating with such. But yeah, you guys really have to go back to see. Yeah. Yeah. That is true. That is what it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. When I was driving to Nimba County, I honestly didn't expect a straight paved road. Honestly, you guys saw the video, man. The place is, I'm always fascinated. Yeah, maybe the standard that everyone's looking at may not be the American standard. That's why I said don't compare the country to America, please. But when you see some improvement, then other counties, then you give credit to what it's doing. And Nimba County, honestly, they're doing good. The people are working. The people are really working over there. So that's what we'd like to see. So, like I said, recreation is another thing that people can go into. You can never go wrong with real estates. I recently gave somebody an advice that if you want to do real estates, try to look at building office spaces. You'll be shocked to know how much people are paying for office spaces and how high the demand is. So go there, explore, try to do your market analysis and see where you can go. How best you yourself can get something going. We all gotta fix that airport area. We gotta build around the airport. We some of us want to get down and see like buildings. We don't want to see tall trees. Okay, I don't want to see the tall trees. I want y'all who have land around the airport. I want y'all who have land around the airport area to build restaurants. Beautiful apartments, businesses, whatever around the airport area. I want y'all to get up and go do those things. We do need all of you guys to do that around the airport. So instead of saying, "Oh, there's so many trees around here," then you need to go and build. You need to go and build and develop and do all kinds of other things around the airport area, so it can become an airport residential area. Yes, I definitely agree. More roads are being constructed. That is so true. That's good. The park is making people happy. Yes, people are actually, going over there socializing, and the kids, this way people are not just doing bad things out in the streets. People have place to go and mobilize and enjoy themselves and be happy for once, and de-stress and just be in a space of fun, be in a space of fun and any other way you want to describe it. But this is something that the youth can really benefit heavily from. Okay, definitely we'll check out what is the person's name. Okay, Armstrong. Okay. Why I love living around the airport. Same thing in Ghana. Okay. It's a mindset thing. Let's see. I'm seeing what looks like more roads. I'm sure that's good. The park is making happy. Hotels by the airport for sure. Honestly, okay, so this is a challenge. This is a challenge. You see, the thing is, the one hotel that is literally situated about, how many feet? Let me see how many feet from the airport. Maybe 120 plus feet from the airport. If you get outside the airport fence, there's a hotel literally across. It's the Farmington Hotel. If that is the only hotel, there are no competitions, okay, over there. So if I had owned that hotel, I'm gonna charge $180 per night. If I have Brussels, and I have Kenya Airways, and I have Askai of Togo, and I have Airway from Ghana. Let's say if I have 6 planes coming in the same day, for example, and the staff is about 140 in total per day, I can tell you my hotel needs to be $180 per night. You are going to pay. Do you know why you're going to pay? Because you don't want to drive all the way to Monrovia to go and find a hotel if the flight is leaving at 5 a.m. In this case, Ascar Airline leaves at 6:30. Ascar Airline people are not going to go all the way to Painesville to go and look for a hotel. So you know why, as the one entity there, you only service the people that are flying the plane. Money right there. You don't need a rocket scientist to figure this thing out. Now, if that's the competitor, okay, if there's some competitor by the airport, if that price was $180 and the competitor is adjacent or opposite or near a 1 minute walk to from the hotel to the airport, the price from $180 could drop to $140. Because you know why? There is another hotel that can compete. But you don't have that. So therefore, the one hotel that can charge however much they want to charge would do a benefit from the airport. So the reason why you see many businesses along the airport area is because the airport is the entry point to the country. People want to see beauty. The first thing you get out of the airport, you say, "Oh, the country is beautiful," regardless of anything else that you see. They see that, okay, this is already inviting to me. We don't have to build more hotels. Yeah, of course, hotels would be great and nice. They're actually overpriced. One of the industries that actually tend to fail when it comes to business is the hospitality business. But thank God to Airbnb, new creative strategies that people can actually turn those hospitality business such as hotel into non short term stay, increasing revenue, or else the industry will die because the industry is highly overpriced. Now, when you look at the airport area, you can build luxury apartments. The thing is, if you build luxury apartments, you don't have to charge the same as the airport. The one thing you need to control would be the electricity. This thing is not a rocket science. It's not a rocket science. For a country that has sunlight 6 months out of the year, you have to buy solar. For a country that during the rainy season time can have some sun, can work with solar panels 40% during the rainy season time, and the rest of the 60% you can see if you can use what? A generator system. So you can say approximately 60% of the time you have electricity that rely heavily on solar panels. So as a luxury business entity, you don't need to charge $180. You can charge something that will stay within a reasonable price range to have increased customer base, loyal customer base, because now you're doing price comparison between Farmington Hotel and your luxury property, and still you will have some profit margin. But for some reason, it's such a rocket science. People still don't know what to do around the airport. It's so frustrating, I swear. I went over there, I took 2 days. Not this trip. When I went back in December, I took 2 days to go around the airport to ask for the airport boundaries of what the government owns and what is owned by people, and other people as private citizens can go and buy. Because if you buy within government boundaries of that airport, they can definitely come and see and say, "I want my property," and then your building will be demolished. So what you want to do, you want to properly get the airport demarcation. And honestly, if you cut the airport demarcation, it's about 5 minutes away from the airport. The land over there, they're all now free in a sense. I'm not saying it's free. You don't go there and say it's a free land, but it's free now from government obligations because it's privately sold. So a person who is buying land around there, you can definitely develop, because when I'm in the air, I can see a beautiful development. It does not fall within government boundaries. So my question to all of us is, so then why aren't we building around the airport where you see the demand is there? All these people that are coming are definitely going to be staying around there. These people want to see restaurants. These people want to see shops. These people want to see entertainment areas. So let's say you are 5 minute drive from the airport boundaries. So then why don't you have businesses? It puzzles me a lot, actually. It bothers me a lot. And so I decided I buy 4 acres around the airport area. Well, and to break down the 4 acres. The problem is, even if I develop my 4 acres, you are still going to come from in the air and still see green, because my brother and sister then decide they won't develop, they will have cornerstones. I mean, this is not rocket science. We need to do better. That is it. We need to really do better. I can sit here all day and I can buy my little 4 acres, I can buy my little 10 acres. But then you have the huge land space and people are not doing much. So you see the airport and you come and say, "Oh, so many trees, oh, so many trees." First of all, what have you done? What are you doing? I go over there, ask my 2 days, who are own land here after this boundary. Oh, that's my your friend ain't from up there. Oh. That's my your friend ain't from up there. Oh. How long did some of them been on their land? 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Nothing's on it. It's so frustrating. Very, very frustrating, to be honest with you guys. I don't know if they like to have cornerstone for decoration, or I don't know if people just want to have the land appreciate in value, or I don't know if there's money issue, I don't know if there's time factor. I just try to wonder why a person will purchase a land for 7 years, leave it there, and complain that the airport is green. Can you guys help me solve this problem? Because I'm still up to this day, still puzzled. I'm still puzzled by it because it's just there. And you ask surrounding, after this airport boundary, government boundary is cut off, how come? Oh, that's my friend down there. Oh. They bought the land 7 years ago. They're not doing it. It's like, so what is the problem? Yeah, we sit, we compare, we complain, but we do nothing. It's actually, it's troubling. It's so troubling. Then you go to another country, you see Apple residential area. Then you see nice buildings. Then you see restaurants. And then you ask, who own these properties? And then 50% owned by what? Investors. 50% owned by people actually from the country. Then you come and run your mouth and say, oh, at least, Ghana is this, that. What have you done? What are you doing? What exactly have you done to this land that you bought 7 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? What have you done? That's the question today that always I'm so very bothered when I go around the airport area. Then I decided, you know what? Let me get more people to purchase properties around here. But my people that I brought to purchase people around there, their space is about 11 to 15 minute drive from the airport. So it's a little far behind. But before you get to my people, you will see these trees, these cornerstones that people are not even building on. And then the town people says, Emma, you only been in this little space for less than 1 year, and your people you brought are already developing. So my thing is, it's not that these people can't develop, they don't want to. Because my people who are buying land over there, 11 minutes from that airport, they've already broken ground. They're building apartments and houses already to those places. But those land is sold before I could get there. The people have had this land for years, and they are doing nothing about it. So we just want to sit down and complain. The president did, Liberia did, Liberia developed, and then you ask, what are you doing? Yeah, some people cannot tell you what they're doing. It's the most frustrating aspect of all of this. Most frustrating aspect. So, the day you ever get a chance to go behind the airport and you see development, and then you should ask, who brought development here? All those people, I saw the land. They say one little girl named Emma. They can call me little girl. One little girl named Emma brought development to our town here. But at the end of the day, you think I got time to be going from one town to this town to go tell people to develop? You don't see your own country. I don't have to get up now to tell you whole day you should go develop. Like I don't have no work to do. I don't have no time to do other things. That's your country too. So you need to stop complaining and do something. Stop buying cornerstone and letting this sit. Don't let it sit. That's the problem. Y'all let cornerstone sit for years and years. You don't have money to build. Don't buy the land. It's just a simple thing. Don't buy the land. If you don't have plan for the land, don't buy the land. It's just a simple thing. Or if you buy the land, don't complain. Maybe you buying the land for your children. Some of us, when we die, our bones are rotten. Maybe you're buying the land for your kids. For that reason, your grandchildren, great grandchildren. But don't complain then. If that's your wahala, don't complain. My point of this, all of this, is that you see the apple very green because of you. And maybe you guys who are watching, you're not part of it. You're not part of it because maybe you never bought land there. But I'm telling you, the reason why is how it is because our brothers and sisters who decided to be so greedy and buy land have decided not to develop. Truly, they truly have decided not to develop. Truly and truly decided not to develop. 2016, Robert Free Highway was there's a town called Sid Town. When I was buying land over there, people were laughing. Oh, you're gonna be the only person over here. Oh, I was so young, very young at that time. You're gonna be the only person over here. I said, yeah, sure, that's fine. My dad was like, yeah, I'm buying my daughter land. Doesn't matter anyway. I told them that buy the land now. It's okay, buy the land now. The people say, oh, it would take 40 years for people to come build here. I said, okay, that's fine. 2017. 2018, I told myself when I graduate from my undergraduate program, well, my 2018, when I'm done with my master's program, I'm going to do something. So then I started developing. When I started developing there, I saw somebody come and say, oh my God, you're going to be the only one living here. I said, that's okay. Then one lady from New Jersey decided to build her house next to me. I said, okay, I guess I'm not the only one going to start living here. Then some guy started building. He actually called me today. His name is Charles. He started building. And the next thing you see a school. The next thing you see Lena Bowen Foundation. And then the next thing you see people building. So then I asked myself, oh, so you wanted somebody to start building first. Why you know it's in the bush. Then before you can start building. So I don't want you to live in the bush, right? And then you guys just will come and start building. But you know, at the end of the day, somebody must take a decision. Somebody will make a decision. Somebody will start putting something down. And then I thought like people will start building. That's why I observe. If one person do something, everybody wants to do it. Everybody wants to do it. But the truth is, I cannot buy out of Liberia. I cannot. So when you have bought your land 40 years ago, go and start building. When you start building, somebody else will start building. And then there's like a ripple effect. Everybody start building and building and building. And then you will see that the place is no longer green. But if you buy it, you let it sit like I did. Let's say I let that place sit. And I say, oh, I'm not building anything there. Then we all would just say, oh, that place, that community, that green community. Now people go there and say, oh, they play fun. They play developing. Well, somebody had to start it. So we cannot talk things where we're not involved. We got to get involved in our country. We got to get involved and stop saying that place not good, that place not good, that place not good. Me and I go to that place, all kinds of talking things. You guys just talk and talk and talk. It's not right. Before you start talking, you need to be a change maker. You need to make a change. People need to see that you're doing something. Some of us, we can get on radio. If I get on radio and I start talking bad things about the country, it's not going to be good for me. But if anyone say, what are you doing in the country? I'll be able to show them a whole big portfolio of what I'm doing in the country. But I also understand that with me being so negative, it doesn't help the next person who wants to develop. So if you're not doing something in the country, don't be negative. And start spreading, say, oh, the country not good, not good. Just encouraging others when you are doing nothing. You're not being impactful in your country. It's very bothersome and tiresome. So don't do it. I know I talk a lot on this channel, but when I hear people say, you know what, because of you, Zawadi, I started this project. Because of you, I'm a young girl, I started this and that, At least my talking doesn't go to waste. At least people can say yes because of you. At least it helped me, maybe not 100%, but I got a little motivated and I bought this. I started a project. That is it. That it is. I'm not looking for anyone to give me money on this channel, yo, to be 100% serious. I'm not looking for anybody to give me money on this channel. I want people to email me and say, you know what? I started a project. I have a farm. I started real estate. Or perhaps I started learning more about business. Or I started learning more about Liberia. I started to do more of an analysis to see what's going on. So because of this good thing is happening to me. Because of this, I'm mentoring kids in Liberia. Because of this, I'm volunteering at school. Because of this, I'm doing the best I can to make some type of impact in Liberia. That is what I want. I don't want money from y'all. To be honest, I don't. That's what I want. One young girl just called me recently. She said, what do you think about these apartment names? And I said, oh, that's nice. What's up? She said, because my apartment's almost done in Liberia. My mouth dropped. And she showed me my mouth actually dropped. Because you know why, this girl? She's not even 26. My mouth dropped. I asked, did this little girl work too much? Why do you work so much? And then she showed me that picture and I was like, I was so shocked. If I was in her state, I would take her out for dinner. If I was in her state, honestly, I would be so proud to like say, you know what, order whatever, have a glass of wine, whatever, just on me. The bill is on me. Because I'm so proud. She's so young. She could have bought brand new car with her money, do anything a young person is supposed to do. But look, she said, you know, this channel is making such a difference. And that's why I get on here and I talk and I talk and I talk and encourage. I show y'all. I don't have no right to show you what I'm doing in Liberia, to be honest with you. My dad actually don't like that. He don't want me to show anything I do in that country. But at the same time, it's helping people. It's helping people say, you know, this young girl I thought plenty. If she can do it, maybe I can do it. Maybe I can make a change too. Maybe I can help Liberia. Maybe because I haven't been back. Maybe I can go home and evaluate and see how best I can help. I can help change the narrative of the country. Maybe, just maybe. That's why I come here and talk. You ever think I like camera? I don't like camera at all. If you ask my family, they'll tell you that I'm so shy. To be on this thing, really, it takes so much out of me. To be quite honest with you guys, it takes a lot out of me to come on this channel to talk. I don't like it. My people know I don't like cameras. I don't like taking pictures. You go on my Instagram page, you will see pictures for months. Maybe I put one picture this month. It would take months before you see another picture. Months again before you see another picture. I don't even like the cameras. I like to work behind the scene. But when I'm doing these things, visibility is good because people are encouraged. People can say yes. At least she's not one of those people that do just talk and no actions. That's why I do everything I do on my channel. That's why I make things very visible. If my grandma not watch my channel, she will not even know what I'm doing half of the time, like, bro. She said, my granddaughter, you go buy a house in America, go and travel, go and do this, go and do that. No, I said, oh, Grandma Helena, I went to the store, I saw Emma egg there. Oh, my granddaughter get acting like, bro. I said, Grandma is a portrait. I said, Grandma is a portrait, you know. It's a portrait. I mean, the person saw the eggs being supplied to the store from this portrait, and I had to explain things to her. But you see, it's not because that's not how I am. I'm not a person who like so much visibility, across my life. But I do these things because I want to encourage Liberians my age, older Liberians, whoever. If you're from Liberia, if you're even interested in Liberia, for you to say, you know what, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna, put one block down at a time. I'm gonna buy one bag of cement. this month I'm going to pull the amount you can buy Starbucks coffee with. You can put it aside and give yourself 6 months. That could probably buy you like 15 bags of cement. If you try to do these small changes and it take place, you will be surprised what you can do in the country. You'll be very surprised, and that's why I do what I do. Hear me? I think so. I think you guys can hear me now, right? Oh, I see what's happening. Can you guys hear me? I think so. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can you guys hear me or not? Oh, shoot. Okay. Yes, now you can hear me. I'm back. Okay, good. So, yeah, it's just, I want to encourage all of you. Honestly, I just try to be here to encourage all of you. Um, to help, to really really help. You can make a difference. You can make a difference across. You can make a difference across in Africa. Young kids. We reach out to universities. If somebody say, oh, I graduated from cosmetology, if you don't have a cosmetology business, you recommend them to somebody else. Is a young person say, I'm an architect, I do designs. You say, okay, show me what you have. Let me see. Let me evaluate you, and then recommend them to someone else. You can really make a difference. You can make a difference. Recently a friend of mine from the World Bank, his name is Ansu. He texted me and said, hey Emma, I have an architect from Sierra Leone, and I laughed and I said, Ansu, is your architect Liberian? He said, no, Emma. Everybody don't have to be Liberian. And I laugh again. And I said, okay. So you want me to take my job and give it to a Sierra Leonean who lives in Sierra Leone? Does that make sense? He said, do you want quality or do you want just because you want to work with Liberian? And I said, because there are many qualified architects in this country. You guys can hear me? If you can hear me, just give me thumbs up. If you can, then that's it, I think. Let's see. My brother is like bothering me now. Actually, he's calling me a lot. Okay. So, I just told him that, hey, Ansu, I get it. You want me to hire somebody who's from Sierra Leone, but not at this time. I think my focus is to recruit more Liberians who can actually do this job, and to empower them to continue to work and all these things. And so he was actually really happy that I said that. And later I had to tell him that, your guy, I would think about your guy later on. But my goal here is to empower my people, is to get these young kids who are graduated from college and say, you know what, you may not be a senior architect, but you're an architect. You went to school for this stuff. Let's get you in a job and see how well you do it. So the architect that I work with, he's very, very young. And that's what I want to keep doing. I want to keep reaching out to schools. Like I always reach out to Blue Crest and I say, hey, do you have students that are graduating who want internship, and they say, yeah, Emma, we do have people. And I was like, okay, let's see where we can fit you guys. And even if I cannot, I always recommend them to some of my other friends who have businesses in the country. And that, to me, that's how you empower, that's how you make an impact, instead of just being on Facebook and being negative, or just being on these channels and not finding ways to help. It's not a good thing. Somebody said something about Sierra Leone. Let's see. We are not competing, Deshaun. Nobody's competing. But at the same time, we have to prioritize our citizens, okay? We have to prioritize. The same job a Liberian can do, a Sierra Leone can do it. You can find qualified individuals in all countries. But at the same time, when you have skilled Liberians looking for jobs, I would rather give those jobs to them first before I go and give it to someone else. On my construction team, there are 2 non-Liberians. The rest of them are Liberians. One is from Ghana and one's from Sierra Leone. And that's it. Because at the end of the day, if my people don't have jobs and they go to Sierra Leone and Ghana to look for jobs, do you think Ghana is going to prioritize them? They don't. And do you think Sierra Leoneans are going to prioritize them? They won't. Even in Ghana, when I got that apartment, they told me, oh, madam, you know you have to hire Ghanaians to come and clean. Yeah, I did. I hired Ghanaian to come and clean. Guess who supervises it? A Liberian in Ghana. So look, I have to prioritize my people. I have to prioritize my people because they are skilled. They can do the same job a person from Sierra Leone can do. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure Sierra Leoneans are great. One of my best friends, she's from Sierra Leone. Her name is Mana. But at the end of the day, she wants to empower people from her country. I want to empower people from my country. And so yes, why you think we're the same, that's your business. I personally believe, let me empower my people first before. They say you need to make your back strong before you put somebody else there. If your back isn't strong, you try to put someone else there, you could fall over, and that's your business. In this case, let my people be strong first before I can give other people a job. The guy understood. He actually, you know what? He built more trust because of that. Because at the end of the day, he's great. He learned from, he went to the UK, he learned. He came back to Sierra Leone to establish his business. Now he's looking to diversify and do more contract work, being an architect. But guess what? They're all Liberians that graduated, they can do the same work. So I'd rather just hire them, empower them, instead of saying, oh, these guys didn't turn to street boys. Well, you have the opportunity to give it to somebody else when we could have it. So yeah, that's what I did. I'm encouraging all of you to think the same way. If you think Liberians are not skilled to do certain things, train them to be skilled, to do the things that you want them to do. Because they're there. They want the job. Some of them want the job. Some of them don't want the job. But those that want the job, get them, train them, nurture them, and sell your vision to them. And then you guys can work along and get things going. Okay? That is why I put Liberians there first. But yeah, so anyway, so that's why we do what we do. The engineer for our construction company, Liberians all day. The same smartness a person from Ghana could do. Ghanaians would sit with him, Nigerians would sit with him. He would tell them everything about our house and the whole plan. They'd be like, oh, did you graduate from Nigeria? I said, no. I graduated from here. Said I married college. I graduated from here. My teacher was a Nigerian man. The guy who is the main guy, his name is Gomez. He is a Liberian, and people are shocked. Why are you surprised? The same thing you could do, the next Liberian person can do it too. And that's the mentality that I have. So we move. Anyway, you guys have a pleasant rest of your day. I think I should invite Stefan on this channel to talk next time. Stefan he has a lot of insight though. This guy, he went back recently, and he does have insight, and I'll be having him on this channel. I'm going to talk to him to see if he can join this channel to see what it is we can do. Let's see. Yes, Stefan, we're gonna do a live very soon. We'll talk about it and get you on this live. You know, the people love you here, and they want to hear from you. You know, you recently went back home, so Let's do it. Let's do it, and then maybe you can talk about some of the things that you're doing. Stefan is investing in Sierra Leone also. I mean, he's diversifying, but then at the end of the day, Liberia is also his priority, that he is one Liberian. So anyway, we move. Take care. Have a good day. I will talk to all of you later. Goodbye. Peace.